Well, welcome back. You're still watching Closing Trades, and as always, we wind up the week with some tidbits which would be of interest to our viewers. This time around, we're keeping it with finance, but there's a new book in town, Romancing, what's the name? Let me just get it up for our viewers again. Romancing the Balance Sheet is a book that has hit the markets, something that would really make viewers sit up and take note of how interesting just the world of finance can be. And the man behind the book, Dr. Anil Lamba of Lamcon Finance and Services Private Limited, is right here with me in the studios to talk about that book, Romancing the Balance Sheet. See, the reason I had trouble recalling the name is because you never really associate romance with numbers in the balance sheet. Well, you put it together in this one book. Tell us about it.
So I'm trying to change the perception. People think finance is boring. People think finance is difficult. And according to me, both are myths. Now, because of this misconception, people stay away from this subject.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Consequently, they pay a huge price. I don't know if you're aware, most business failures in the world are due to bad finance management. And that happens because, first of all, people have a wrong perception that finance means accounting. Accounting and finance are two different subjects. I mean, you need not understand anything of accounting, but you can't ever say finance management is not my responsibility.
That's true.
Because my definition of finance management is, it is the ability on the part of everybody in the organization to understand the financial implication of whatever you're doing. So if you are a salesperson, you must understand the financial implication of every sales decision. A purchase person must understand. So finance management or mismanagement is usually happening outside the finance department.
Essentially, the profitability that's associated with every decision.
Or let's say the profits are generated if the actions of everybody in the organization are financially intelligent. So these are the guys who are generating profit. The people whom you call as finance guys, they are the ones who are calculating profit. And I always ask, should you call the action that generate profit as finance management, or should you call the action that calculate profit?
So how are you going about sending out this message? Because that's very important. And I completely agree with you, Dr. Lamba, because I myself, meet a lot of people who are very fearful of numbers, who are very fearful of the word business, the word finance, economics, all, right? So how do you go about first breaking that fear, challenging it, and then turning it into love and romance and, telling people out there, embrace numbers?
That's not difficult at all, because when somebody says finance is boring, my answer is, how can money ever be boring? Money is the most fascinating
That's
thing.
actually the corollary. That people are interested in money, but the whole method behind making money is a bit of a challenge.
So removing the fear takes not more than 15 minutes into a session.
Okay.
Within the first 15 minutes, everybody realizes, oh, this is fun. I mean, this is not only important, it almost verges on entertainment. Number two, they realize it is my responsibility, and not only mine, I think it is the responsibility of everybody in the organization. This acceptance, amazing thing is, people who spent a lifetime saying this is not my job, within 15 minutes, they have a 180-degree transformation.
Okay.
And then if they are and usually I start with the senior most people in the company, and then they say, entire organization must understand this. So then we start figuring out how to take it down the level in the companies. So.
But specifically about this book, what do you hope the viewers should take away from the book when they go through it, when they read it, when they buy it? If they're investing money in, kind of drawing this knowledge from you, drawing this learning from you, what do you hope to
First of all, the book is not just about investing. It is required by entrepreneurs, by managing directors, by salespeople, everybody. So I seem to be on a mission to be creating financial literacy. We also have a social project called Financial Literacy for All, which has a very ambitious goal of training 1 billion Indians free of cost. So we're trying to do that. We do on the commercial level. If most business failures are on account of bad finance management, then it is a no-brainer that good finance management has to be practiced. So fortunately for me, all our clients are pre-sold. They are suffering. They are paying the price of not understanding. So that's not difficult. So let's say they come into a class saying, I've got to have this bitter pill. But very soon they realize this is not only important, it's fun. And then then they want to learn more and more and more.
Yeah, I mean, creating passion is the best way to actually solve issues and solve problems and approach a subject. We are running out of time, Dr. Lamba, but the book has hit the stands?
Book has hit the stands, and I think the easiest, fastest cheapest way of learning finance is through the book.
Right.
So I'm kind of on a mission.
And if they
that-
want to reach out to you, if companies want to reach out to you, or individuals want to reach out to you, schools,
Absolutely.
organizations, what can they do? I mean, how do they reach
They
out
can
to you?
write to us. They can send me an email. We are all on. They can Google us. But I think the book is probably the easiest way of learning this subject.
All right. Dr. Lamba, great to have you on the
Thank
show.
you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.